Alright, back. Yeah, I made this chart real quick here. Top 3 switches, or top 2 switches are 19 and 20. So I'll do the 19 and 20 now. 20. Then B-I-K-E. We got B, 37, 38. K is 39, E is 40. B, 37, 38, I. K, 39, E is 40. Then you have the 3-star rollovers, 21, 22, 20, 33. So 21, 22, 33. Left hole over there, that's 45. The right one is 44. Your thumper bumpers are 23 on the left, 24 on the right. Your spinner, left spinner is 55. Okay, right spinner is 51. Okay. Oh, the 3 drop targets. As soon as you put the drop targets down, they keep kicking. So I'm gonna do those very last. Oh, your left slingshot, 43. Your right slingshot, 42. Okay. Then you got a bunch of switches. We got one right here by the left spinner. This one's 47. Okay. Okay. You also have the switches back here for the captive holes. This first one is 49, I think. Oh, 46. Okay. And this is 34, 46. Oh, this one's 46. Okay. This one back here is 49. Captive hole. The captive hole, 49. And this one should be 50. Okay. And then the right one is 52. So just putting a pencil in there, pushing it back. Okay. What else? These star rollover. Oh, there's a switch right here. And I believe that's the same number as over on the other opposite side, 36. Oh no, this one's 47, I'm sorry. Okay. Oh yeah, I have it on here on the chart. Right next to the spinner is 47. Okay, and then right next to this spinner is also 47. A couple switches use the same number. Those two do. And then in the middle here, right by this left thumper bumper, there's a switch here, on the side over here, on the side on this side, and then over here on the side, and these are all 46. So I'm just going to touch them so you can see that they're getting called out. And all the numbers are 46. Then you got, I think I already did these. Oh, this kick out is 45. And it's 45. I can't. This one is 44. They're really, it's funny, in the manual I did not see a nice little chart with a switch assignment, and also there's not a solenoid test, because there's the solenoid test goes from 1 through 12, and it would have been nice if they said, okay, on the solenoid test, test number 1, when it shows 1 in the display here, this is the test number, this is test 3 for switches. It would have been nice if they would have said, okay, solenoid 1 is the left thumper bumper. You know, that was one of yours that was out, and I had no idea. Number 2 was out. You had left thumper bumper out, right thumper bumper out. You had the ball serve wasn't working, the middle drop target wasn't working, the right drop target wasn't working. What else? I guess that's it for the solenoids. And like I said, that shorted. I see there was a lamp here. I think that was always on, and oh, this left capture was always on. So yeah, this is just this is the solenoid test. So oh no, this is a switch test still. I'm sorry. So yeah, I think I showed you these ones. The front coin door, the left would be 2. This is 1 on the right for the coin door. The start switch is 3. Oh, the plumb bob tilt. Let me hit that. 18 for the plumb bob tilt. Okay. I think there's a slam switch on the door here. That's 4. Okay. Yeah, so let me put the ball back. Okay, so you get all your displays are working. Well, my displays are working off of your board. So yeah, I'll just credit it up. Okay, 2 credits. 2 player. Shot the ball out. Alright. Okay, so if you get all the drop targets down, then your extra ball lights up. Same player shoot again. Drains, and actually I'm still up. Same player shoots again. You got city down, so you get the double. If you get the bike up here, you get the triple. Once again, these 3 drops down, you get the extra ball lit. Capture ones are a little tough to trigger. Okay, special is lit once you get all 3 captives down. It's got some of the cooler retro sounds, that's for sure. Whoa, 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 whoa. So yeah, I'm just trying to show you it's been working. It's been working good. No issues here. See, now you can see right here this. See, it depends on what lights are lit up. Like here. See those, the faintly glowing? That's how it's supposed to be. Mine does that too. My buddies does it. Everybody's I've seen does it. It just depends on which sequence of lights is lit. See, like I just triggered C and I, and then these two dimmed, and these two stayed bright a little bit. I mean, it's just glowing. The element, the filament's glowing just a tad. Right? You know, once it gets up to here, then these, you don't see the glow no more. And those are really the only few that you can really tell. The other ones you really can't. Well, here, this one. Is that tilt? Let's see if that's tilt. Yeah, I think because game over is over here and this is match. Pretty sure this is tilt, so I'll hit the tilt. Oh, trying to reach in. Yeah, that's a tilt. So yeah, the ball's got a drain. Kicked out. Let's see, it's still a little bit dimly lit. It's supposed to be like that. That's that warming voltage. And all the lamps have it. Every lamp has it. Sometimes you don't see it, depending, like I said, but I have all 44s in here. Don't use 47s, or that warming will be, I think, a little bit brighter even. So you should stay with the 44s for as far as the bulbs. So yeah, I don't know what else I can show you here. Check out, thumper bumper. Yeah, I'm gonna go through the solenoid. Well, I'll do the game over so you can see the match and whatnot. Okay. So yeah, if I go to the lamp test again, like I said, you push the test button. That'll give you test 1, and this is the replay score. It depends on what that rotary switch is set for. I'm not 320. I'm not sure if that's the. I'm not sure what this is, to be honest with you. I have to look in the book. Solenoid test. That's what I wanted. The lamps. See, all the lamps. All your lamps work. Okay. Okay, left thumper is number 1. I'm going to put these down so you can see when they pop up. Okay? If I hit this, you hit the start switch, it's going to go to the right thumper bumper. Okay. Then the left slingshot. You gotta hold the start button for a second. Left slingshot. The right slingshot's next. Okay. Number 5. That's number 4. Number 5 is the ball serve. Okay. Number 6 is the left drop. Okay. Then number 7 is the middle drop. Okay. Number 8 is the right drop. Lock kick out is 9. 10 is this one. 11 have no idea. I don't think it's used. I know it's not used. It doesn't do anything on mine either. There's no reference in the book. Not that I could see anyhow. And then 12 is your flipper for flipper power. The relay. You hear the relay in the background. In the back. It's inside. It's inside there in the very back by the transformer. The little relay. Okay, that's for your 40-volt flipper power. Okay, so if I hold the flipper switch here on the side, it pulses with that relay. Okay, so that's 12, and that's the end of the solenoid test. So if I hit the start button again, it's going to go back to 1, which is the flip or the thumper bumper, the left thumper. Okay. If I hit 2, it's going to go to the right thumper. If I hold the switch in, left slingshot. 3, right slingshot. 5 is ball serve. Hold the start again. 6 is the left drop target. 7 is the right drop target. 8 is 8's the right drop target. 7 was the middle drop target. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna get out of this test now. I hit this test button again. Now I'm on switches again. So if I hit the start button, it should be what, 3? Left coin or right coin is 1. Okay, and we're back to. So that's really the only switch tests we have. 3 tests you have on the Atari is the lamps. If you hit it one more time, it goes back out, goes back to attract mode, and so you have those 3 tests. You have the lamp, which is number 1, solenoids, which is number 2, and the switches, which is the 3rd test. And that's it. It's pretty simplistic. You know, your back box, it's all it has is lights in the back, the light bulbs. There's no displays, there's no controlled illumination or anything. There's just the inside light bulbs. Yeah. So I'll just lift this back up and show you. Yes, this is your board. I can't, I'm lifting. I'm resting this on my head. And it's hurting. Hang on, I gotta pause this first. Hang on. There we go. I didn't want to cut away. Yeah, so there's your board. If I can get the whatever. It was dirty. I cleaned it up pretty good. You know, your CPU. There's your ROMs. These switch banks I set to what I have mine set for. Switch 1, switch bank 1, switch bank 2. You'd have to look at the manual to see. And there's that rotary switch that I said, if you know, for a score of 200,000 or whatever it was. That's where you can adjust that. I'm pretty sure. If you ever have a bunch of lamps, that are out, these four transistors here are for lamps. Okay. These 4 fuses are for lamps. So the whole entire playfield is cut up into 4 different like areas, like, you know, very top, middle, mid-middle, bottom. So if a big section of lamps is out, it might be one of these fuses. So you'd have to turn the power off and check across those fuses with the ohm meter. And then there's some fuses over here. I've never had an issue with them ever. You know, it's like your main power, your 40 volts, I think. Or no, because 40 volt is one of your flipper relay. Oh no, the relay flipper. Yeah, it must be solenoid must be on it. The flipper relay must be on that back power. That's your bridge rectifiers and stuff. The furnace is going back on, so yeah, I think I'm done. There's no other test button. I mean, you heard the sounds come through, you know, the game plays. I guess I could fire it up. Adjust the volume, maybe. Yep, I just lowered it. I'll turn it up a bit. Turn it up a bit more. That's nice and loud. A little bit too loud. Okay, so yeah, I got the flipper. Zoom bugger. Okay. Flipper power. Because I had the game started for the sounds there. So I'm just going to shut this back off, turn it back on. And you're back into attract mode. And I've had it running for a couple hours now. Played a couple games. Everything works good. So I hope you have good luck with it. Like I said, I had one problem with my board once in like 10 years. And I think, what was it? There was actually when I was switching like test modes or something. One of the ICs here died. And it took me quite a bit of time to figure out which one it was. But these over here are your lamp ICs. These 8. Maybe even these 2. Although these are the latches, data latches for the lamps. And then solenoid data latches. And yeah, this socketed part, this socketed part, this socketed part, 2 transistors over here, and two others that I replaced, and then these 2 I had to, like I said, mend. I had to mend those because I didn't have any more transistors. So, and it looked like somebody just, I don't know, I pulled it out because it wasn't working anyhow. It looks like they threw a transistor that wasn't even the correct kind or the correct value, or I didn't even look it up because it wasn't working anyhow. And as soon as I replaced it with a mended transistor, that circuit worked fine. That solenoid worked fine. Yeah, so we're all set, I guess. This one is your data cable. You have the 2 lamps, the white one's on the right here. You gotta get this one back here. That's your signals that go to the CPU board, here and here. Well, these go to the coin door. So if you ever have start problems, coin door issues and whatnot, that's where those go to. You also have to remember now. See, I got this one inverted. This switch here. If you open the coin door, this switch. Okay. I have this switch. It's supposed to be turned around. So when you open the coin door, but if you take the switch and mount it this way, and then just pull this out, you don't have to worry. It's a safety interlock switch. So if you just turn it around and pull it out, then you don't have to worry about if you have the coin door open or not, and blah blah blah. Get that plastic shield on. Make sure that plastic shield's on. Make sure that this data cable is out of the way when you put that plastic shield on, because this resistor over here gets very hot, and like I said, I pretty much burned my cable when it accidentally hit that. And that's why your connector burned up, because this resistor was folded over, pretty much touching it. See, this whole area gets pretty warm. Even these ICs get pretty warm. So yeah, I don't know what else. Oh, I think I told you about the speakers. This top one, display. That's your display voltage. Your 90 volts for your displays. Plus and minus 90, I guess. Down here, that's from these 4 fuses, the lamps. One line for each transistor. Yeah, these get real warm. That's why I'm buying heat sinks, and I'm putting heat sinks on top. But they can't touch. The heat sinks, there's only one style that you can buy, and you can mount. I'm going to mount them on, but I don't have them as of yet. I don't, didn't order them from Mauser yet, but you can get them at Mauser. They're like a top hat style that if you unscrew these bolts, then you put them, the heat sink compound on, you put the top hat on, and then you bolt it back down, and you cannot have the heat sinks touching. So the heat sinks will probably have to be bent away from each other a little bit, because even if they the vibrations from the machine or whatever, from the solenoids firing, they might jiggle and touch, and that would be a bad thing. So just keep that in mind. But every board I've seen, auxiliary board, they all have brownness or burnness because of the heat. Like this is screaming, this is hot. I mean, so you want to keep wires away from this heat sink, because it is pretty damn hot. Other than that, I don't think I can. Oh, there's a few fuses over here. These really, I think these are just for the service outlet. Yeah, it says right here. Oh, the back box lamps, line power, and service outlet. So these are like your very first 3 main fuses. And that's about it. You get that. You always get that. Like the buzz, it's like a buzzing lamp noise, and it's. I've never seen one that didn't do this. They always make that funky noise. Just the way the lights and stuff are controlled. It's like you get to hear the current running through them. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a day here and let you see me. Hey, Ingmar, how you doing? Everything went out. Everything worked out well. My friend Rich was real happy that we got his fixed, and I got a nice auxiliary board, and hopefully your pin's gonna work out good for you. So you take care, and I'll talk to you soon.